I'm going to be sharing my experiences with my 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E. I've had it for about 20 months and I have over 36,000 miles on my car. I'm going to be going over battery life, I'm going to be going over tires, I'm going to be going over seasonal driving, I'm going to be going over my thoughts. Maybe you are still on the fence about getting an electric vehicle, or maybe you're just curious about them. Stick around. I'm going to be going over everything that I know for the past 20 months with my EV. First thing that I have to talk about is battery life. So far, I have not noticed anything wrong or anything mileage-wise in my battery. When I do plug it, when I do charge it and it gets to 100%, I do see that it has 250 miles for an estimated range. I do not normally charge to 100% because I want to get the best use out of my battery. The only time I'm really charging to 100% is when I have a long drive, something that I've got maybe a lot of mileage that I'm going to be putting on my vehicle. So normally I'm at 85%, which gives me about 191 to 200 miles for an estimated range on a daily basis. I have not noticed any drop in my estimated range. Again, I've had this thing, the vehicle for I've got over 36,000 miles on my vehicle, and I've had it for about 20 months. I also am able to use the charging at home. I have a juice box charger that I use. I'm able to go ahead when I come home, plug right on in, and I'm able to charge my car at certain times of the night. My charging is at 12 o'clock at night to about 8 o'clock in the morning. Majority of my charging gets done at 12 to 2. That's usually my period of timing for charging. It doesn't take that long. I do find that the juice box charger does charge a little faster. I used to charge my vehicle with the Ford mobile charger that they gave you, plug that into the wall, and I was able to get some good charging there. But with the smart charger, the juice box, I do have a link in the description below where I ended up buying that off of Amazon. But I'm able to come home. I'll come home at say 6 o'clock, I'll come home at 10 o'clock. I can plug that right on in. Now I do have live pricing with my electric company. So that means at say like 1 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting about 1 cent a kilowatt hour. So I do a lot of my charging at night. I do all my charging at night. I also run my dishwasher, I'm running my pool filter, I'm running anything that I can at night that saves me with kilowatts per hour usage. Also, Tesla, they're opening up their charging station network to Ford. I'm very excited about that. Hopefully I'm getting my adapter in September. When that comes, I will be doing a review on that. But that's gonna open up a lot of charging stations for me. Should be able to go on a little bit more road trips, make it a little bit more convenient to do some charging on longer trips. So very excited to be getting into that network with the charging stations that Tesla has to offer. Seasonal driving. During the winter, battery life is terrible. That's all I have to say. Battery life, I would say about 65% less, almost half with the battery charging. Not more I can say about that. During the summer, fall, spring months, driving this thing with the battery is amazing. I've not experienced any battery loss during the summer. We get about, sometimes I get about 98 degrees out here, humidity levels at 100%. So very happy with the experience of the battery life in the summertime, fall, spring. Driving this thing during the winter is awesome, handles awesome. I love the feel, the ride, or handling experience. Sometimes I'm trying to do a little I don't want to say fishtailing, but I try to have a little fun, and the car handles amazing. One of the downsides to this is that it does not have a heat pump in it, so battery life on this thing is not all that great. But it does get me from point A to point B for my work experience. I do a little bit of other traveling sometimes after work. So I do make sure that I charge my car to 100%. If there's a lot of mileage I have to go to, I have to make sure that there is a charging station somewhere just so that I don't have any problems getting down back to home. So But other than that, the experience I've had with the vehicle, I love it during the seasons. Just make sure during the winter months, you are aware that you will have to charge your car a little bit more. Battery life on it is not as good as during the summer, spring, and fall months. Tires. I recently just went to Discount Tires, had the guy check my tires. I was at 4 in the back. The front were 5.5. The guy recommended me to switch out my tires. I did not do that at the time. He said I did get a credit for the tires because the tires had like a 55,000 mile warranty on them. They switched it out. I get like $980 for each tire. As of right now, I did not switch those out. Total was about $1,100, I think, $1,150 to have the 4 tires, the exact same tires switched out. In my eyes, I'm still ahead of the game with this. I no longer have to go to a gas station. I'm no longer spending $400 a month in gas. My electric bill is probably about $35 a month right now. The charging that I do at home, my electric bill, I do not even notice really charging my electric car. The electric bill seems to be going up. Everything is going up nowadays. But with that being said, like I said, if I figured it out using the Juicebox app, I could actually see how much charging I do in a month. So I could technically kind of figure that out to see how much charging that I put in my car. But again, even if I'm on the high side, $50 a month versus $400 a month, I'm okay with doing the charging at home. And if every 2 years I gotta put a set of tires on my car at $1,100, I believe I'm still ahead of the game instead of spending $400 a month in gas. So if you're still considering getting an EV or just have questions or comments, go ahead and put them in the description down below. I usually respond to a lot of the comments that I see. I no longer have any oil changes. I no longer have any brake changes. I'm probably not, it'll be a very long time before I put brakes on my car. I do one pedal driving, so that means that my car, I take my foot off the accelerator pedal and the car actually slows down and comes to a complete stop without hitting the brakes. The only time I'm really hitting the brakes is when I have to stop for some apparent reason. Somebody pulls out in front of me, a light turns red at the very last minute, I gotta slam on the brakes. That's usually when I'm going ahead and using my brakes. But other than that, I use one pedal driving. Again, I take my foot off the accelerator pedal and the car comes to a complete stop. So the maintenance fees on my car are barely anything. I think I've spent about $50 in the last 20 months on maintenance fees. Every 10,000 miles, I go ahead and have my car looked at by Ford. They take the car from me, they pull it into the shop, and the first one was free because I bought the car, I had a lot of points. The second one, I think I spent like 10 bucks. And then the third one was about $30. I think some of that was because of the tire rotation on that. So everything comes out good on the inspections on that. They do a once over look at it. I love my Mustang Mach-E. So much fun to drive, the acceleration, how smooth it rides. I definitely am very happy with the vehicle. I'm very happy with my purchase. Nowadays, the purchase of a EV or the Ford Mustang Mach-E, the prices have come down from when I made my purchase. I know I just recently saw a GT. They were asking $52,000 for the GT. I know when I was looking, when I bought mine, they were at about 65, 70,000, somewhere in that price point for a GT. So the prices have been coming down on the Mach-E's and probably all the other EVs that are out on the market now. Nowadays, a brand new car is probably about 40,000 average, maybe. So, you know, average car note might be about 600, 670. So you have a gas payment on top of that, that's $400. So especially if you're doing a lot of driving, in my eyes, it was definitely worth buying an electric vehicle, and I went with the Ford Mustang Mach-E. Loved the style, loved when I test drove it. I fell in love with that vehicle right then. Feel free to share any of your experiences. I would love to hear about them, and I would also answer any questions. If I don't have answers, I'll try to get an answer for you. Check out this video right here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my page. It lets me know that you like my content. Make sure to be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.